Hello and welcome to the Every Other Saturday podcast for a brand new episode this week where it's one of the finest weeks we've had. We'll look back on this week and we'll be chuffed that we were able to experience it. Massive victory against all kind of odds, really, against Real Betis on Thursday. I think everybody kind of thought, right, go over there, make a good account of yourselves. But I don't think MD actually had it in their mind that we might win that game. And we went there and we won, and we dominated the game for quite large spells as well. So massive to get that. And then obviously Sunday, it all
Mm.
kind of lay on Sunday. I mean, the boost that you get for Thursday is obviously huge going into Sunday, and we were able to get the job done for the cup. In between Celtic getting beat again, so aye, you need to drink it in while you can. Massive, massive week for Rangers. It feels like we're kind of on a upward trajectory again.
Mm.
Everything about yesterday was class. So we'll get into it. We'll talk about it. If you do enjoy the podcast, if you could like, subscribe, and share. As always, very appreciated of it. Firstly, though, we'll go on to the Betis game. We can't not talk about it. It was
Mm.
an absolute huge effort for the full squad. Literally every single player down to the bare bones. I think it was only John Souttar and you've got your youngsters like McKinnon and Devine on the bench. That's what we're kind of left with after we'd used everything in this game. And aye, you did mention when the group was made, you watched La Liga, you thought Betis were nothing too special. Obviously, they're a good side, good players, but they're a team that can be beaten. And we were able to do that twice over the group. And it was a crazy game. Obviously, we went 1-0 up. Abdullah Sima again continuing his form. Guy's just amazing. Great finish. Then we get pegged back. I mean, you could blame McCausland a wee bit for not tracking the runner, but I guess that's kind of an experience in this level. Great finish from Miranda, the left back, into the far corner. We then go 2-1 up where Cyril Dessers turns into R9. Um, I feel like that was the most finest moment we've saw Cyril Dessers' Rangers career so far. Chops him, leaves two defenders for dead and slots it through the goalkeeper's legs to get 2-1 up. Obviously then two each again. Poor for Ben Davies for that goal. Great finish for Ayosi Perez into basically a carbon copy really the first goal. And then for me
Mm.
at half time, I'm thinking, right, I feel like we've done enough to get in there, but we probably should be ahead. But in my head also, I'm thinking, right, there's no way we come out here and win this game. That's how are we going to keep that up? And we rode the luck a wee bit. They had one off with VAR, hit the bar a couple of times. Good save for Butland. Then Kemar Roof comes on and Kemar Roof does what he does in that area. He scores a goal and sends us through top of the group into the last 16 of the Europa League. We don't need to worry about Conference League. We don't need to worry about who's dropping out the Champions League. That draw was obviously done the day we are through,
Mm.
and we'll worry about that draw in February.
Absolutely, and that's what I wanted for the start. Obviously, when we were talking about the group at the start, I was wanting to top it. I mean, what a roller coaster to go to top the group. Fantastic game, a crazy first half, and as you say, second half sort of maybe rode a lucky wee bit, obviously with the penalty sort of kind of decisions and what have you. But Kemar Roof does what he does. But Dessers, I stopped for 5 minutes. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I thought, where has that been most of this season? But I tell you what, I'm happy it came at that moment. But I just proud of the team, proud of the boys. A massive result on Thursday. But personally, for second half, I was just thinking to myself, please don't lose this game. But obviously came out, we won the game, and that's what we wanted. And then on a Sunday, it was.
Aye, and obviously great. We loved that for the Thursday night into the Friday. It was such a buzz. I think it was for me just the unexpected nature of this game. I was expecting to go over there and we'd be playing Conference League football, and we're actually through. So massive effort for everybody involved for that one. But then on to what was Sunday. Sunday was where it always kind of it was going to lie down to this great work that we've been on as a team. Philippe Clement's great work as a manager to get this team actually playing again. It all came down to Sunday. Can that this team go one step further? They've failed in numerous cup finals. A lot of the core group have been at the forefront of that, but you felt it was a real opportunity. As soon as Celtic obviously went out the cup early doors, you're right, this has to be our cup. And I'm so glad that we actually made that next step and we went and done what we had to do. We won the cup. Um, on reflection of the game, Aberdeen kind of really boring play, to be honest. I mean, they've got good players in there, Leighton Clarkson, Miovski, Sokler's come on to a bit of a game up front next to Miovski as well, but they just didn't do anything to really threaten us at all. Their whole game was sit back and try and hit Miovski and on the break, and it never really worked out that way. And then second half, we just kind of took control after a poor kind of first half by our standards. It felt a bit nervy, it felt cagey, it felt two teams are really kind of nervous to play their own game a wee bit. But aye, second half we took control, and the man that's holding the cup there, the captain James Tavernier, he steps up. I think a lot of his critics, including myself and you at times, right, he's won us a trophy now. It's something that he's not been able to really do. I mean, he's got the goals, he's got the assists to go and back it up, but they've not really won us too many trophies. So he adds obviously one in his collection with the winning goal, and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, well, just obviously before I go into Tavernier, I mean, Graham Shinney should have been sent off way before he
That's
was
two
even.
games in a row, by the way, we've played Aberdeen.
I thought Aberdeen came out just with thuggery. They didn't come out to play, obviously, a football game. They came out just to maybe rough and hang me up. But the one on Cantwell with the back of the head, that for me was definitely a booting. But obviously, Tavernier, I mean, what can you say? Also, we have been critical of him. But to actually score the winning goal, win the trophy, I mean, I think it just silences everyone out. It silences me. Definitely a captain, leader, and a legend of the club. 100%. You can't take that away for the guy now. Vital, crucial game, and he steps up and he does what he does all the time. We could sit here and list all the games he stepped up in the big moments when you really think on it. I think obviously you expect so much because you know the level he could play at, but I mean, silenced me anyway. Fantastic goal. Good ball in for somebody who obviously I'm chomping to go, but it was a decent ball. But Tavernier just puts in the back of the net, and that's what you want to see. It didn't really matter. It was just about winning the cup, and for him to get the goal special. And as Conor Golson said in his interview, he won't be appreciated properly until he probably isn't playing for us. And I think that is a correct statement to make. Do you know what I mean? I don't think we have properly appreciated Tavernier really when you think on it because we've been so divided as a fan base where we like this player, we like that player, what have you. I mean, I was on what 2 or 3 weeks ago talking about like the keeper McCausland were my only real two I could like. The rest of them I could take a leave, but I mean, just after the game, you see the boys with their families and what have you, and you think to yourself, sometimes you do forget that they are, I mean, they're like me and you, do you know what I mean? Obviously, we love the club, but it's special to see that, obviously. And I tell you what, somebody for me who was fantastic over 2 games, Sterling as well. I thought he did really well in Midley Park, also got his man of the match, but I thought he was top notch, and so was Lundstrom as well. And I know the manager was asked after the game about renewing his contract and what have you. It's got to be done. That's one of them that's got to definitely be done for me. But overall, just proud of the team, proud of it. As I say, James Tavernier stepping up in the big moment again and getting our hands on a trophy, which is hopefully the first of many more to come.
Aye, perfect, exactly what you said there. I mean, this trophy is it's huge. It's not just it's the League Cup. We get that, but it's a trophy to add to your total count. It's a trophy, and it's the first one of the season.
Uh,
It could be a huge momentum builder, and I think it will be a huge momentum builder for what we're actually going into here. We're going into a possible opportunity where we win our 2 games in hand. We can go top of the league. We go to Celtic Park at the end of this month. We've got a real opportunity to go in there and getting a victory. I don't fear anybody really anymore. It feels like a huge blanket of pressure has been left off me. Hopefully the team as well, that they've got that cup under their hands now and they can really go on and go for more. Um, I mean, what Philippe Clement's been able to do in his short spell at the club so far has been remarkable. He's changed the whole ethos about the club. He's hearing the interviews what the players are actually saying it's changed. I mean, they believe in themselves now. You just wonder what was actually going on in the previous regime, that they were at a club like Rangers and didn't believe that they could go on and be successful. So Clement, he's instilled real belief in everybody. He's made players that you were kind of get out of the door. He's made them better. He's dealing with a massive injury list, and that's the thing. Nobody's even mentioned we've got one midfielder playing that game yesterday because Sterling was that good. Sterling was absolutely fantastic yesterday. Stepping into an unorthodox role, stepping into the biggest game of the season. He's played the Old Firm game as well beforehand. Obviously, we didn't get the result we wanted, but he's been in big moments. He's got his chance in midfield. He's just brilliant in there. I think that's a newfound position for him. Obviously,
mm.
you never know. He kind of maybe will want to play anywhere for this manager. It's good to see him getting his chance now. But he was my man in the match yesterday. I thought he was
I
fantastic.
wouldn't argue with him playing in the middle of the park. I thought him and Lundstrom done really well. As I say, when you're playing against some of the thuggery for Aberdeen, I mean, couldn't believe some of the calls for the referee in terms of no getting out, like, yet the cards understood, letting the game flow and what have you. But as I go back to it, Shinnie should have been. I mean, I had him sent off, and then obviously you get your boy, Duke coming on and diving about the place as well, and my boy Balogun had to say his piece to him, let him know what it is. Butland again as well, stepping up massive as well. But as I go back to Tavernier and Connor Goldson, two players who are massive for us. I mean, you look at the defence and you think to yourself, half the time when Connor Goldson isn't there, it's going to be a tough game without him. But yet again, these are two players who I don't think will be proper appreciated until, as he said, they're no longer here. And as you say, you think of the manager and what he's had to work with. It's just fantastic the work he's done. You think about when he gets his players in the door. Hopefully, a striker from Edinburgh, who we know is liking the post and ready to join the party. Done the business at the weekend. We're waiting for you, Shinny, my boy. So, no, I'm buzzing, mate. I'm over the moon. And as I say, for McCausland as well, he obviously 19, getting to play in a massive game like that. That's just fantastic for him as well. And hopefully, more academy players stepping up to that level as well.
No, I think you said Shinny there.
I did Shanklin,
I
man.
think
I
he's.
hate going then.
Um,
I'm.
but I obviously Lon Shankland, aye. That's one obviously
Aye.
we would want to the club, definitely. We've talked about it. But aye, if we go through the actual lineup as well, I mean, Butland was heroic again.
Mm.
I mean, some of the stops, obviously there was nothing really on target, but just the way he commands the box and he takes pressure off everyone, was great, and he was brilliant on Thursday night. With some good saves and stops there as well. Tavernier, obviously we've talked about him, steps up, plays 90 minutes every single game. I mean, he's probably the only player on the team that's never had an injury, really, apart from the minor few that you can really remember. Goldson playing some of his best stuff I've seen him. He's just solid with Balogun. The two of them are just the record
Top
speaks
player.
for itself. With the defence this season, we've not really conceded a lot of goals domestically. So aye, the two of them they're solid together. Barisic, I was getting on to him in the first half. I feel like he just kind of back to normal Borna Barisic. He got the assist obviously for the goal, which was good. Um, but I still want refreshment in that area personally. That's
I know he was waving the flag and what have you. You're still on my list to be out the door. I mean, the defending for him yesterday as well, I thought was shocking. Also gets the assist, but just I can't do Barisic at left back.
no.
Aye.
And then the two in the middle of the park were
Well,
fantastic. Lundstrom thought he was kind of running a wee bit of a nervy game, obviously getting the yellow card early. He was in amongst it a wee bit. Obviously dominated the middle of the park, and that's been. I can't remember how many games under Clement now. He's just been unbelievable. He's probably the first name you put in that team sheet. Obviously, we've got a lack of midfielders, which makes that easy. But if he wasn't playing out probably some of the best stuff he's played again, he was brilliant. Sterling obviously mentioned him. McCausland thought he's always a good outlet down that right hand side. He's obviously still young and improving every game. The fact that he's starting a cup final is kind of what we've wanted for years. Young guys, just throw them in.
getting to
He's
live the
going to
dream.
benefit off this playing the two games this week.
Getting to live the dream that obviously for yourself, me, and everyone watching or listening, that's the dream to be that young and to play cup finals for your club. It's just fantastic to see. And as I say, it'd be nice, obviously, to see more young players looking to make that step as well. But McCausland, yet again, fantastic.
No, and then on to Cantwell. Thought the first 45 minutes for him, he was getting the ball away too easily. He was kind of obviously had
Mm.
a couple of knocks and stuff. You're expecting that for Cantwell. I mean, he's going to be that guy that gets targeted, gets pressured on the ball. But I thought in the second half he stepped up and he really kind of took the hold of the ball and he drove us forward and he done a good job. So I Todd Cantwell he can go either way, but I want to see more of that second half performance.
I mean, but I just want to talk about the next man really, because I mean the work ethic here and just the levels. I mean, my left back was struggling to keep up with. I can't remember who the boy was for Aberdeen, and my big boy Seamer just steps in. He's got to be. You just pay the fee, sign him, please. There's no way he can go back to Brighton for me. You can't let him go.
Nah, he's literally unbelievable. He's a top player. I mean, in every department, he's got pace, he's got power, he can find the net. He's near enough doubled Kent's goal tally over the past season or two for that area. So it's been a massive improvement. He's young, he's clearly loving it up here. He's tracking back and helping his left back out. I mean, this guy,
Is
100%.
it?
I've said it for weeks as well. Like, there was a point where he dipped a wee bit, and I was kind of thinking to myself, right, is he going to be worth the money that we're going to pay for him? But he's kind of stepped right back up again, and he's been unbelievable mainstay in this side. You just kind of don't want to burn them out though. That's the thing. There's so many games coming up.
I don't
Maybe
know.
you would try and rotate a wee bit, but he's so important. He's got everything out on that left hand side that we've craved.
That we've desperately needed. So I mean, I don't know about burning out him. I think my left back was burning out more than he was really, as I say, doing his job. I just thought he was fantastic yet again. And then Dessers, I thought we were going to maybe get a repeat for Thursday when he did it again. I thought, oh, here we go, and then obviously over a bar. But I thought Dessers did all right second half. And I just anytime I hear Dessers now, I just think of that goal for Thursday.
Aye.
Honestly, if you're asking me between him and Lammers, who you're going to look to maybe get out the door next in the next window, I'm looking at Lammers more than anything. I think Dessers maybe if we're just a bit more patient. I think I'm tracked back here, but I think there might be something there with Cyril Dessers. I'm just saying.
No, I think there is. I think just with his attitude yesterday as well. Don't know if anybody's seen the post watching or if yourself seen it. Somebody posted on Twitter that they met him outside Ibrox after obviously the celebrations
I
and stuff
gave
and got
the
back in the bus and he gave the girl the medal and stuff to take a photo with. And I just think that kind of stuff really does a lot for me. It makes me invest in the player and the human. It makes me want him to
team.
succeed so badly. And I've always wanted him to succeed. It's been really tough at times with Dessers because it's been some poor performances, but you can see that the level is picking up ever so slightly every game. I mean, he's getting stronger. I feel like he's getting better with his kind of link up play and stuff. He's finding the net a lot more now. He probably should have found the net again, as you say, with the kind of repeat of the Betis one. But I think he's gained his confidence up there. I think we all kind of were betting Danilo to be our main guy. He's probably not going to be here until next season now. By the time he gets back for that injury, so he's been unfortunate. But Dessers, he's doing a good job up there. I thought the first half he kind of struggled with Rubizic, Jensen, two of them really tough physical defenders.
Aye.
But I feel the second half the game kind of opened up a wee bit and it suited him. He probably should have scored, but I thought it was a decent effort before Roof came on, obviously. But we get the first cup in the bag. I mean, brilliant for everybody involved, as we say. It's a
Well,
massive momentum builder, especially what's happening in the league. We've got a real opportunity now to go and kick on and really make this a really successful season. I mean, when we get beat 3-1 at Aberdeen at home, I think I was looking at this season just being right off again, rebuild, see what happens.
mm,
But Philippe Clement's come in here, be no complaints. He's said, right, clean slate for every player here. And the players have really bought into what he's trying to do. The fans are there. He's got his first piece of silverware in under 2 months as manager, and it looks to be very promising. Hopefully, by the end of the season, we get a bit more.
obviously, I just want to shout out as well. Second half as well. I thought my the man out of the cryo chamber came on. I thought he affected the game really well, and he changed it for me a bit more. Was my boy Scotty Wright? Thought he came on, he did really well as well. But no, you're absolutely right with the manager. Made no complaints about it. He's got on. He's done the work. He's told us who he is and what he wants to do. And as you say already, we've got the trophy in the bag. I think you can tell the levels of the coaching. Do you know what I mean? The management for me, the management and stuff like that. Just when obviously at the end of the game, there it gets into a bit of a scuffle, but the manager just reminding the players keep your head. This is what Aberdeen want. They want it to get like that. Just keep your head, and then obviously grabs the trophy and he's getting off his head himself. So I mean, that's what you want to see. So I mean, buzzing now. As I say, it's a chance to really kick on here and get a good run coming up. Obviously, before we have to go away to Celtic Park, and I'm just hoping we can carry on the momentum. Before obviously we get a bit of a break in it in January as well. So
Mhm.
I'm positive, and as I say, it's delightful just to watch them with the trophy, man, yesterday. And aye, onwards and upwards, Jack.
Onwards and upwards, and the games don't stop because we're back in Wednesday night at Ibrox, game in hand against St Johnstone. That was last time out 2-0. Rabbi Matondo scored that day alongside Danilo. That was a game he got injured in as well. So routine that day. Obviously, St Johnstone have had a managerial change since then. Craig Levine's been in. They get a good win against Hibs at the weekend. St Johnstone were a team that I thought were definitely rooted to the bottom of the table going down, but they've picked up and they're driving up the table a wee bit. It's a bit of a dog scrap down there as always, but they're getting some results which are promising for them. It's going to be a big night at Ibrox for us because we can really cut this lead now that Celtic have got on the top of us, and It has to be a victory. This game has to be treated with the exact same mentality as winning a cup because this game is huge. If we want to go and lift that league title at the end of the season, we need to go out there and we need to perform. So
I
looking
think
at the
that's
kind of sorry.
no, I think that's just the thing. That's what I was saying. Like the players just instantly going on about Wednesday already after winning the cup. I think that was really refreshing as well. Obviously, beforehand, maybe we win a trophy, maybe the players are a bit too celebratory. You could tell that they're already focused on Wednesday, and I think that's just the different levels for the coach, mate.
Nah, no, I agree with that. That was one of the first things Butland said as well in his interview. He's like, "We'll worry
Not
about
really.
the rest tomorrow or something like that." So, the mentality is definitely there for the coach. It's kind of instilled in everybody. But St Johnstone are going to come to Ibrox and they're going to make it hard. They're going to make it stuffy for us. They're going to sit back. They're going to probably try and soak up a lot of pressure and get in the break. Most teams are going to try and do that.
Mm.
Um, it's going to be a tough game regardless because of what's lying on it as well. And if we win this game, we obviously keep getting closer. So obviously, looking at the two games that we've played, I mean, we've kind of used the squad a lot. A lot of the players have played a lot of minutes. I feel like it's the right opportunity to maybe rotate a few of them out. And obviously, the main three stay. Butland, Tavernier, Goldson stay. I think Balogun, looking obviously his age is 35. Balogun's our best defender next to Goldson. I would like to
Uh,
keep Balogun ready, kind of not use him too much all the time, because obviously he is kind of injury prone as well for his first spell. I think it's a good opportunity for Suter to come in. Ben Davies obviously played in Europe. Suter, give him a game. Ridvan Yilmaz obviously unlucky to be out in Betis. But I think Barisic obviously playing the two games. I think gives Yilmaz a good opportunity now to come back into the side. The midfield will stay the same. Cifuentes is going to be injured. He's suspended anyway. Nobody knows the real deal with Nikola Raskin, Ryan Jack. Nobody has a clue. Kieran Dowell was
oh,
on the bench
I
obviously
mean,
the other day at the final. So
I seen Ryan Jack and I thought he must think Scotland's playing. That's why he's there. Do you know what I mean? Aye, no, he's
Um, it's annoying with Ryan Jack because it's you feel like how can you be that injured, like with the amount of minutes he's played. But I would like to think he'd be back in the next couple of weeks anyway. It'd be a good boost going to Celtic Park with guys like
massively.
Ryan Jack available. So I will see how that goes. As you say, Scott Wright, I think he affected the game pretty well when he came on. He's
Mm.
obviously back in the fold now. I think McCausland's obviously played a good deal of minutes for a young guy. Um, Give Scott Wright an opportunity in Wednesday to see what he can do. Similar to Matondo, as I said, I mentioned that Seema's played out his skin for near enough every game. I think it's maybe a good opportunity to try Matondo on the left and because obviously it's going to be a low block. His pace, Scott Wright's pace could really trouble them. Cantwell similarly with his movement, his trickery, and Kemal Roof, I feel like he deserves a start as well for the good minutes he's put in. I thought he really done really well out in Betis to kind of hold the ball up and win fouls and stuff at the end of the game. And obviously, he kind of done the same thing yesterday at the cup final. So it's a good opportunity now to kind of rotate a wee bit of the squad, keep the core group kind of there, and hopefully the same result.
I mean, praying for the same result. I mean, your only thing is to say Balogun, obviously, he's age and injury prone. I mean, but Suter hasn't he? I don't think he's done himself brilliant really. In the
Hmm.
last couple I've seen him, but aye, I mean, Yilmaz, you would want to get him in there. You wouldn't want to have him next to obviously Balogun because he'd be jumping over him. Uh, but aye, no,
Bad deal, man.
aye, Scott Wright and Matondo definitely. I could obviously rotation's key, and obviously that's something the manager talked about where when he first came in that Everybody's going to have to play their part, and so far Everybody has the chance to play their part. So yeah, again on Wednesday, hopefully a bit of rotation, but same result would be nice.
Nah, it's a huge game. Obviously, it's been a massive week. It's been one of them. Then we'll look back and we'll think about it. We'll think about winning the cup. We'll think about beating Betis all in the 1 week, 3 days out each other. And it's just that it's a huge effort for everybody at the club. So thank you, Rangers, for not giving me depression again. Thank you for letting me live life,
Aye.
and actually be happy watching the team. So buzzing with where we're going. Hopefully we can keep it up, and hopefully at the end of the season we can get even more silverware.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the goal. Aye, thank you for no depressing us for the full week there. But aye, no, massively buzzing. It's weird, as I say, just to be. Hopefully, we're more buzzing by the end of it. But aye, definitely.
No. So that's the podcast. We've talked about everything. Maybe we could really talk about buzzing obviously. We'll go into the game on
Actually,
Wednesday, hopefully get a result.
There's something we didn't talk about. I was wanting to hang with as well. Obviously, when the players were getting their medals and what have you, there was three medals left, and I'm just thinking to myself, well, who are they for? Who are they three that were supposed to get their medals there?
Well, Danilo is definitely one because he was obviously in hospital the other day, so I
Aye.
think he'll obviously get a medal. What other players are out injured? I don't even know. Who wasn't there yesterday?
R- Raskin was there, but I don't know if he took a medal or what have you. I loved that for the manager as well, by the way, at the end of the game. Obviously, Barry Robson, didn't, I don't know why they didn't shake hands or whatever. The manager clocked him, ran over, shook his hand, then went up, and I thought that was top class for Clermont again.
Hmm.
But I seen the three of them, and I thought, well, who are they for? Because if they're going on offer, I mean, I'll happily take one if you're you're offering them out. You know what I mean,
I actually
650,
don't know.
is it?
Um,
Yeah,
aye. I know that doesn't look too stupid now, putting up that Edmondson House photo opportunity with the cup now. Aye, it's funny how things kind of work out, but aye, I was writing Danilo probably for one of the medals. I actually don't know who else we've got out long term injuries. Raskin, if you're saying, was obviously there. Cifuentes was there. Aye, that'll be one
clocked
to
it
kind of think about.
with Goldson as well. I know he had you almost had the big jacket on or whatever. You think I clocked Connor Goldson sort of telling him, take all that off and put the top on proper. I love that. But I was just thinking to myself, who are they medals for?
Well, that's one we can think about. That is one we can think about as we.
Maybe David, Stephen Davis, maybe.
Stephen, I don't actually know if he's still listed as a player. Actually,
Yeah.
that's an interesting one. But aye, that'll be one to think about. I actually can't think off the top of my head now, but aye, good episode. Positive going into the weekend, the Wednesday and the weekend. Sorry, we obviously get the game on Christmas Eve as well. So hopefully we can do
Mm.
the business there, and then aye, we're on to looking at the Old Firm game after that. So hopefully another positive couple of results, and we'll be back next week with another episode. So cheers.